What's up, YouTubers? We got a little smart desk we're going to unbox here. Kind of look at the parts, may put it together real quick. Don't know, it all depends on time. I gotta get this thing together for you guys, that way I can start getting some stuff on it and showing y'all. Use safety, don't cut yourself. Don't follow my instructions. There you go, don't follow my instructions. I got one in the house, love the thing. But I think this is going to work really good for just a setup of being able to raise and lower for the camera, that type of thing. It's in true DIY fashion. This is put your own top on type DIY ordeal. But it's a dual motor. It's supposed to support the most weight. So it worked out great for especially the stuff that I do. Lots of parts. Kind of doing it kind of quick. Wife's going to be home shortly. Got to spend some time with her. Today's the little girl's birthday. See the motors, they're pretty heavy. It raises the highest. It is by far, to me, one of the best desks out there. It's a true autonomous desk. It's not a knockoff version. I've seen some of the knockoff versions. I wouldn't have one. They're real flimsy, real wobbly, and that's just not something you want to have anything expensive setting on, knowing that, hey, it could possibly fall. So we might throw this thing together real quick. It's super easy to throw together. I'm telling you, get you one if you really want a stand-up desk. They're a little pricey. I think I got this one. Now obviously I didn't go through autonomous to get it, but you know. But I got this one. It wasn't bad. I think I gave $3.50 for it. I think shipped. It wasn't bad at all. It's pretty simple. You put your legs on, the feet, and simple. Just anybody can put this thing together. So. There is some instructions. I'll probably look at them because you know me. Getting hurried and do things wrong, especially today. There's 4 different types of screws here. There's not much. So I'm going to do a little Allen wrench to put it together. I would grab a drill, but just do it with the tools it comes with. I mean, that's what most of y'all are going to do anyway. So. It's real simple. And this is, oh, by the way, this is one of the new cameras. And I am using the lapel mic, so if you guys can't hear me, if it's bad, I'll try to fix it in post. But if you guys can't hear me, I will try to fix it later on and doing the videos different. So, this is one of the true first, I guess, do-it-yourself videos with a good camera out here in the shop. So, maybe you guys will enjoy it. Like I said, 4 types of screws. These here are just fasteners for cables and stuff, hiding the cables. This, that, and the other under the table. You don't need that right now anyway. We need some screws, what we need. And honestly, I don't remember which ones go where. So like I said, we're going to refer to the guide. 4 number 10, M6 by 14. So it's going to be these right here. There's 4 in the bottom of each leg. Real simple. I say that and what should be one of the hardest desks to put together. But shouldn't be too bad. Any name brand stuff you see in this video, I'm not sponsored by any of them. Like I said, I like what I like. I hear doors outside. I don't know what's going on with that. It ain't me. My dogs are barking. Oh yeah, dogs. Y'all probably get to see them sooner or later. I have a chocolate lab I love to death. Raised her since she was about 4 weeks old. She's duck trained. Love her. She's my pride and joy. So This video probably won't be sped up. I want you guys to really see how easy this thing is to put together. So it's not hard. It's really simple. And then you just basically, I know a lot of people go to IKEA to buy tops for them. Unfortunately, where I live, I don't have an IKEA. So I have to pretty much just make do with what's here. Good thing I'm pretty handy. I'm actually building my wood top for mine. 3/4 inch plywood doubled up twice, so you're looking at 1.5 inches, probably about 1.25 inches after it's all said and done. I'll trim it out, stain it, whatever I want to do to it. You guys can do the same. It's really simple to put any top on here you want. I mean, you can go buy you a hardwood top for a toolbox and put on. It's just, they make it really nice, really easy. Like I said, these are really heavy. The box itself, just the frame, weighs 67 pounds. I mean, it's stated on the box. You know, be careful picking it up. It's not really that bad, but you don't want to hurt yourself either. Let's see what the next step is. They fold out. All right, so we're gonna slide this board out. And we'll readjust here. Get one of our end pieces here. Move this one out of the way. They're really easy, like I said. I know you guys probably don't like talking videos, and I talk a lot, so. One of them things, oh yeah, that's what it was with these things. You actually have to slide this bar apart to get to the screws that are deep inside here. And I'm sure they're all still the same. I don't exactly remember. Oh, the last 4 little ones go in the rails here to hold it tight. So you pretty much, all these screws, the big pile of machine head screws, Allen bolts, go into putting the frame together. Now, that being said, it has a lot of screws. It comes with screws to put the top on. It comes with the screws to mount all the control box and the switch selector, which is what I like about it. It's got some memories in it. Now I've seen some newer ones. I don't know if, I'm sure they will because it's a safety feature. Right now on this model that I have, this autonomous desk does not have the where if something gets under it, it'll quit going down. That is actually a smart feature I've seen on a couple other desks. But like I said, the desks are wobbly. I mean, what I'm gonna be throwing on these things, I mean, my one computer that I will be bringing out here is very expensive. I'm not gonna try to brag on price or anything. I wouldn't want to set it on a desk and because you're not supposed to put them on the floor, but I wouldn't want to set it on the desk and the desk fall. I mean, that's just, to me, you're gonna lose a lot of money if that thing falls, especially. But I mean, buy something you guys know that R&D has been there, heavy made. This stuff's solid steel construction. I love it, especially with the 2 motors. I think it's capacity to lift. If I remember right, it's like 350 pounds, 400 pounds. I think it's 350, but I could sit on it. I weigh 220, and it doesn't have a problem picking me up at all. They're linear actuator motors. They're really nice. So, get all these screws put in this thing. Hopefully. There it is. But I mean, far as do-it-yourself stuff, this is probably by far one of the easiest things to do. Let's see if we slide it back. All the screws loose, that way when you put on the end plate, this motor will slide tight against this plate. The screws are actually for the end plates. They go into the motor and the framing itself. I said there's a lot of screws in this thing, and it's really, you can't mess it up. I mean, if you do, you put it together to be something totally different than a desk. You know what I'm saying? There's not mods out there for these things. I mean, I've seen people take, and I've only seen this, I've seen on YouTube. There's a video out there, somebody made them a water-cooled desk, and they made the desk inside, the computer inside the desk, and then put a glass top over it, which is basically a box frame. And it turned out really nice. I was like, man, that's some time, consumption, dedication, which right now, you guys knowing the way I work, I don't have a lot of time. Wish I did. I make more videos. I really love doing these things, even though dorky as I look doing them. I promised Joe, I said, oh man, I'm going to get some videos out soon, and I just ain't been doing it. It's just my fault totally. Work getting in the way of fun, and this to me is fun. Like I said, this is not really a tutorial video to show y'all how to put this together. I'm just sitting here running my mouth while I put it together. There's 4 screws into the motor holding it onto the rail. There's 4 screws into one of the ends that hold the top of the desk. 2 of those screws go into the motor as well. So you got 6 screws into the motor itself on each side. You got 2 screws into the rail from this plate here as well to hold. This one, I want to say, put an 8-foot long top on it, 96 inches, without any issues at all. And we'll make it run up and down here in just a minute. It won't take long. We'll have the little carriage motor controller just hanging around so you guys can see it. So that's not hard. And a drill, obviously, if you got a drill, which looks like about, I don't know what size this is, and it doesn't say. I'm sure I could get a toolkit and find out, but I digress. It's not worth the time of going to finding a Allen, find out which one it actually is. They line up pretty easy, just put screws in. So these things here, we'll tighten one back down. Loosen these 2 up. And doing it, I mean, a matter of maybe 10 minutes or so. I don't know how long this video's going. Not really paying attention. Like I said, I like putting stuff together, and this is something to put together and play with. Don't get your fingers under it. It will hurt. So, use the old foot prop. Hold it in place. There we go. This is probably the hardest part. If you don't have a helping hand. I mean, you can still do it upside down. The motors, they just don't sit flush when you got it upside down. They're a little below the tabletop, as you can see. So just get you a couple screws started in it. One actually hold it. And then you'll just wiggle the last one, and I'll show you guys, which is I got the camera cutting kind of low, setting low, pointed low, whatever you want to call it, because I'm sitting on the floor. I may have to move that because I want to show you guys how high this thing really goes up. You have to mind, you know, I'm 6'4", and This thing goes up too high for me to sit at it, or stand at it, should I say. Well, I'm probably getting out of camera, but gotta move, gotta move. Now that is one thing you gotta watch. I forgot about that little detail, but I will share it with you. I found out the other one. On the other one, these bars here, they're not linked. They slide. This bar here slide by itself, and this one will slide by itself. You don't want to get one where it's all the way one way and barely hanging in the edge of this. You want to center it about as much as possible. And I found an easy way to do that. It's real simple. I'll have to walk out of the room. Actually, I just walked to my breaker box. Excuse me. Getting that winter nasty cold stuff coming in. What I'll do is I'll close it all the way up. I will take a magic marker and mark the center of these two rails on bottom and top, because obviously if you get it on the top and you put a top on, you can't see it. So you do it on bottom and top. There we go. And once you get center marked, you can keep that in the center of the table and slide your legs out accordingly, and then tighten your bottom locks down. Now, even though this one is actually a little tight, oh, there we go, it's got a little burr in it. Happens, mass manufacturing. Even though them little bars look flimsy, they're basically just to keep this line straight. They're not really to hold any pressure. Each leg holds pressure on its own, and there's a screw hole here and here on each one, and then you got 3 on each end to tie the tabletop down. So you got 8 screws going into the tabletop. Now, I don't know how much y'all know about screwing tabletops down, but the weight of the tabletop holds it down. You just put screws in to keep it straight, or flipping over or whatever, but it's got pretty good arms on it. They don't flip over. So, actually the tabletop I put on one in the house is narrow this way, and the leg hits the wall before the tabletop does, which I thought was pretty cool. It keeps me from rubbing up and down against the wall. Gives me plenty of room for my wires in the back, that type of thing. We are almost done, like literally. And they give you plenty of screws. They always give you a couple extra, one extra of the one that holds the little control box. These guys, they think of everything. Now I literally just unboxed this. Have not cut the video at all. This is me on as I'm doing it, not sped up. That's why I'm trying to talk the whole time. Because once you're done, you basically have to mount this box to the bottom of your desk. This is your power wire to the box. These 2 wires run linked to the box. And then mount this on the edge of your desk. All your control buttons. And it has 4 memories. And you set them at certain heights. It does have a, this is kind of a weird thing with me. It does have a thing that tells you how high or how low the desk is. The only thing I find wrong with that is it's wrong. It may be right to here, but as you know, it measures in inches, so as you know, any top you put on there, it may not be the same. It'd be a 2-inch top, 1-inch top, 3/4 inch top. You put your 4-inch cutting board top on it. I mean, just depending on what you want to use this thing for. The problem is, there's no way that I know of, one of you guys out there may, that you can go in and program this box to say, hey, add 4 inches. Hey, subtract 4 inches. Hey, whatever you need to do. I don't know of a way to do it. If one of you guys do, drop a comment. I'd like to know, because I like to fix it. slide this part a little bit. Tighten these screws on down. And this is pretty much it, guys. It's there. I'll set it here in just a second on the width. Mark the centers. One sec, I'll be right back. Gotta get the marker. I'm hoping my wife hasn't called because I put my phone on silent for this video and she may choke me. So I just slip it apart every little bit, fine tip, scribe it, top and bottom. And now I know where the center of those bars are. Just that simple. So when I extend this desk, and I got a board here, I can actually use this just out of camera. These are actually some trim boards for doors and whatnot. This is an 8-foot long board. We're going to slide it. Be careful because they will slide completely apart. Yep, just like I'm going to show you this. Slide completely apart. This rail here did not move because I did tighten it back down. Right about there. For an 8-foot. Run that one up. Run this one up. And with the top I'm putting on here, that will work perfect. I'm gonna have to grab an extension cord to get power over here to this thing. But I digress, there's nothing to it. Just go and grab a cord. As a matter of fact, I got two laying over there. Guys, I'm telling you, I love this shop. I love the fact my wife has let me build this shop. And I know I'm not looking at the camera, I'm trying to get stuff done. But easy pins, motor 1, motor 2. If you want to figure out which one's motor 1, motor 2, go for it. I don't know. But they both plugs are exactly the same. Put your controller in. That's that simple. I mean, everything is plug and play. And like I said, you just put your top on, like so. Screw it down. Man, I'm ready for my desk, people. Like I said, it comes with the screws. You don't have to go hunt screws. It's all there for you. We're gonna put this up here. I will grab a 6-inch cord because this thing picks up extremely high. This is at the lowest setting. It ships all the way down. Get just a little cheap cord here. You guys may be noticing that I got this weird wall plate back here. Probably thinking, what in the world I was thinking, huh? Well, I got it covering up a hole for now because that's where the Ethernet cable is going to be coming in from the inside out here to feed the router for out here, which feeds TVs, all that good stuff. And this thing does have a boot cycle, I'm sure. Other one did. Takes it a minute. And hold it all the way down. Let it boot up. I don't remember the exact way it boots up. But I do remember it had a boot cycle. I don't remember if you had to plug it up and unplug it. It was something that I think I unplugged it, plugged it back up, and it worked after its initial boot. So I don't want you guys freaking out. It says 0 inches. Well, let's see here. Let's try playing with it. And this maybe will help solve any of y'all's problems if y'all get them. We'll leave the box powered up. Plug in the motor. One motor at a time first. Give it a second. Hot, there we go. I haven't clipped in good. And then we'll plug in the controller. And it still says, there we go. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Come on. They test all these, so I'm sure it's not. See, it's still got power. And that's why I didn't unplug it long enough. There it goes. Oh. Now, hold down. Plug it up. It's booting. Come on. You know what? We may refer to the manual. I don't remember. It's been over a year since I put the last one together. Let's just see if there's any kind of tricks that I don't remember. Oh, they do have a new one out, a new desk, by the way. And the really nice thing about it is, okay, that's right. The Smart Desk 2. What you do is you hold down and up buttons till it beeps, moves down to its lowest position. It registers. It's 25.1. There's something I wasn't doing. Now, just to show you guys, here we're gonna do something just a little special for you. I'm gonna run it up with me on it. Yeah, with me on it. So I'm probably gonna get put out of camera. And I'm gonna sit in the middle. The worst place to sit on this desk. Because like I said, there's nothing really here, especially with me not having screws in it, that's holding it. Now I'm going out of camera, probably gonna almost touch the ceiling. I hope I got good balance. Like I said, no problem lifting me at all. I'm going way out of camera. It's not noisy. I don't know if the mic's picking it up. And this kind of feels I'm up here. I could work on the ceiling. That's it. I'm at the top. I'm touching the ceiling. Right at. So let's go back down. And like I said, it's pretty sturdy. You can wiggle, and it ain't going nowhere. One of the best desks as far as autonomous desks that I've seen out there. You guys won't be disappointed. And maybe I'll bring the next video to you where I'm putting the top on it. Next time, guys, if you like it, like it. If you don't, hit the button. Let me know your comments, and we'll get another video out soon. Thanks, guys.